Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you are back, welcome back. Today I'm here to share a reveal and a post review of one of my most recently completed diamond painting projects. In these videos, I just like to give you a quick recap about all the various stats and details of the kit itself, and also show you what it looks like completed so that you can have an idea not only of what this particular, this exact artwork in this exact size and everything from this company will look like, but also hopefully give you a sense for what you can expect from this diamond painting company in particular. So the one that I have to share with you all today is really, really adorable. I just finished it a few days ago, and yeah, so let me grab it and I want to show it to you. So this is the very, very, very cute Take Care. This is by the artist Laure Phelipon. I think it's French. The company that licensed this artwork and produced it as a diamond painting is Oraloa. Oraloa is a shop that legally licenses all of their artwork. They are based, I believe, in Canada. You'll see a lot of their website is in both French and English. A lot of the things that they send out and their social media posts and their emails and whatnot, you will see that they're bilingual for French and English. So that is why. I believe that they have a warehouse. I wanted to say one was in Canada and one was in the US, or one was in Canada and one was in Europe. Anyway, they have a couple of different warehouses from my understanding. They actually reached out to me a little while back and asked if they could send me a kit to check out because they had made some changes and updates to their kits and wanted to see what I thought. So I sent them a few different pieces that I liked from their website and just said, I'm flexible. Feel free to send me if there's any particular ones that you want me to unbox on my channel, and hopefully I'll get to work on one soon. And as it turned out, this worked out perfectly for me to actually work on this kit because they mailed it to me a few months back. And then my friends, Laura and Steph, were hosting, they are hosting, I should say, because the event is still going on. It's a diamond painting community event called Claws and Paws. And they're doing it to benefit a charity that's, it's centered around all things pets, like cats and dogs. So when Oraloa sent this to me, I was like, actually, this is completely perfect because there's an adorable cat in this. This actually looks a little bit like my cat. I have a blue point Siamese, but she has some of the same kind of stripy features that this cat has. And I'm I wear a messy bun and I'm in my comfy clothes most days. So I related to this painting a decent amount. So I was really tickled that this is one that Oraloa sent over. Now, I want you guys to know, I wanted to be super transparent that this was sent to me for review. At the same time, I wanted to try to reassure you that anytime a company sends me a kit for review, that I am still gonna try my very, very, very hardest to be completely transparent and honest with you guys so that you feel like you're getting a really true and honest look at the diamond painting kit that I'm showing you. I don't have any control necessarily over what the company is sending me product wise, but I really, really do hope that if you ordered this kit from their website, that you would truly get the exact same kit that I did. So let me go ahead and give you a quick breakdown of the various kind of stats and details for this kit. So like I mentioned, the name of it is Take Care. The artist is Laure Phelipon, and the size on this one is 85 by 56 centimeters. It's big, and that is pretty consistent with what I've seen from Oraloa's website. Is I feel like their diamond paintings, they really do tend to go with really larger size diamond paintings. They even have some on their website that are 75 by 105 or 110. They're very, very large. So if you go to order, especially if you're newer to diamond painting or if you're not sure that you necessarily want to get a really large kit, I do recommend double checking the dimensions before you order. It does vary quite a bit, but you'll want to keep that in mind. I don't think that I had different size options, though for most kits, you had the option of choosing between round and square diamonds. This one is in round. I did not specify to Oraloa which I would like them to send me. I just said whichever. I'll link to the unboxing of this kit, by the way, in case you're curious to see my first impressions and just see kind of what this kit looked like without any diamonds down or anything like that. I'll have that linked below in the description box if you'd like to take a look. This kit had 50 colors, including a total of, ooh, shoot, I forgot to write that one down. 2 or 3 ABs, I think. I'll point out to you, I'll give you some kind of up closer looks at this canvas, and I'll point out to you where we're going to find the ABs. And how to round diamonds. It was true to size. And this was my, let me take a look. So I have my diamond painting log here handy in case you were curious. I track the projects that I work on in a paper logbook. I track all of the kits in my stash in an app called GemsFlow, but when I actually pull out a kit to work on, I go ahead and log it in the book and I write all the details about the kit, if it was involved in an event, the original artwork, and then I make notes as I go about things that I loved and things that maybe not as much, and then any other notes I want to make. So sneak peek, I suppose, at what I'm going to talk about, but I was just double checking on that to see. This was my 26th finish of 2022. And it looks like it was my 89th finish of all time. That number is getting up there. But this was really adorable. I have to say that overall, I did enjoy working on this kit. I started it on August 15th and completed it on August 24th. And to be honest with you, for a round drill kit in this size, for me, that felt like it took a couple of days longer than I might otherwise have expected. I think that probably has to do with this kit had quite a lot of confetti. Confetti is when you have a lot of color changes in a small area. And I'll bring you guys down and show you a good example of that here in just a moment. But for me, it did take maybe a couple of days longer than I expected. But then again, I had family in town, so that slowed me down a little bit. But overall, I did enjoy working on this kit. I started at the bottom here and worked my way up so that I could kind of finish more like on her face and on the cat and everything. So let me bring you down closer, and I want to talk about a few different specific areas, but it'll just be easier if we're down close. So as we're up close here now, I'm going to talk about some different things that I really enjoyed about this kit, as well as some things that I was maybe a little less sure of. One thing I do want to mention, though, is to keep in mind that right now you're probably only a foot from the canvas ish. This is not what is really considered viewing distance. So when you're up close like this, you're going to see a lot more of the muddiness, I suppose. It's not going to look quite as clean and crisp. When you pull back, diamond paintings really are truly designed to be viewed from a viewing distance, which is several feet away. That kind of often helps the colors come together. Now, I will say right here, we're starting off with one of my favorite parts of this piece, and not just because it is so incredibly adorable, but I feel like I really, really could tell that Oraloa went in and really tried to chart the skin tones in here and the shading even in our cat friend, and even just like really being deliberate about how they rendered the cats, like the closed eyes and the eyebrows, how they rendered the gal's face, like her eyebrows and her eyes. To me, this absolutely looks like someone went in and very, very intentionally and carefully hand charted this. I think that the blending of the skin tones is so, so good. I think it looks absolutely incredible. I really, really, really love how they did that. You can see some of the ABs in this kit are in this area. We actually have some white ABs here, kind of in the center of Kitty's forehead, a little bit on her nose, and right here. Normally, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of ABs in skin tones, but for me, I don't mind it here because this is truly like the center focal point of the painting. I don't mind it here. I think that it works. The kitty's whiskers are white ABs as well, which I think are really, really cute. As we kind of keep looking around a bit, there are some, that doesn't want to show up super well right now. Oh, there we go. So here we have some yellow ABs in her hair. And I like them. I think that it's a really pretty sparkly highlighty effect. Is that a word? Highlighty. And I like kind of the different accessories in her hair. You can see that she has these feathers hanging from her hair. This is a big chunk of ABs right here. Each of the feathers, the kind of bronzish gold color is ABs. I'm going to point out a couple areas that had ABs that I was not as crazy about. There are some blue ABs that were randomly sprinkled in this section, in this background, and it's actually the same over here. And especially when I took a picture of it, you can see that extra sparkle there of those diamonds. I think that the ABs there are distracting. I wish that they had not put ABs there, to be completely honest with you, because ABs in a background like that, I don't really think that it works. It's personal. This is completely my own opinion. You may completely disagree with me, or Oraloa can completely disagree with me. That's just my own personal thoughts. Like when I was standing back and looking at it on the whole, I felt like some of these blue ABs in the background just, I don't know, it didn't quite have the sparkly and shimmery effect I think maybe they were going for. Up here, this is another area that I wish that they had taken a little bit of time to chart differently. In the original artwork, this is kind of a lens flare area. Here, let me pop up a picture of the original artwork so you can see it. Even when this is pulled back to a viewing distance, this just looks very, I don't know, it doesn't look like a lens flare to me at all. It looks like just a big blue blob. I wish that this would have been rendered a little bit differently. This is me nitpicking a bit, though, I have to be honest with you. Again, you can disagree with me, but it's one of those things that I noticed. Like, here's a good example. We have this like hand charted to perfection section right here with like these skin tones and the shaping and the blending. But then when we get to the background, especially like right next to them, it just looks like a really muddy confetti mess. And maybe it works. You can completely disagree with me, but I really wish that the same, or at least some of the level of attention that went into charting these areas, I wish they would have used some of that with a background, because it's almost jarring when I look at it, like whether we're up close or I'm further back. It just kind of makes me go, oh my gosh. It almost looks like it's just two different images. It's very different image styles. But that, again, I am nitpicking. I like the shawl that she's wearing. In the original artwork, there's like a really intricate floral pattern on here that I just don't think is going to translate to diamond painting form. But I think they did. I still think it looks nice in diamond painting form. As we get down to the bottom, here's another area that, okay, so remember how her skin was rendered at the top? Even look at how it's rendered like in her arm, but especially in her face. But then when we get down to her legs, it just is much muddier. There's actually ABs sprinkled in the darker shades of her legs, so on both sides. So I do wish that, again, that maybe that just would have been rendered just a little bit differently. We also, oops, let me flip that up. This happens sometimes with skin tones, and I don't necessarily mind it, because especially when you pull back to more of a viewing distance, these tend to come together and the colors make sense. I've worked on kits like this before, and I don't necessarily mind it, but it's jarring to see the skin rendered so differently here compared to up there. But these little green dots throughout her skin, again, it looks very odd and out of place up close, in my opinion, as do the ABs. But when you pull back and when you look at it through a camera lens as you're taking a picture of like the whole kit, it works. It works okay. But again, it just is a very sharp contrast to how I saw them render the skin in her face. And then here at the bottom, we have she's kind of sitting on this, green and blue throw. So that is kind of some up close looks at various parts of the canvas. Look at how cute they are, though. Like, I will say, if Oraloa was going to knock any part of this piece out of the park, I am very happy that it was this right here. So I love that. Let me pull you back out. I want to chat about a few other things that I noticed about this kit. So a lot of what I just talked with you guys about is my personal opinions on this as far as the rendering goes. I spend a lot of time talking about that in post reviews because that really truly is the thing that I tend to care about the most. I can work around a lot of different things in a kit, and I can even make changes. There are certain things that are in my control, but the rendering is something that I have very little control over. I could try recharting some things if I really wanted to, but that is not something I enjoy doing, and really is not something I want to spend my time on my diamond painting doing, because I do diamond painting to relax, and having to rechart and try to figure out new skin tones or something like that, it's not enjoyable and relaxing for me. So that's why you'll hear me put a lot of weight on things like color choices and charting and blending and that sort of thing, is just because for me, that is a top priority. It is completely okay if you have different opinions about how something should be charted, things that you personally prefer from companies as far as their rendering tendencies go. So I just wanted to give that like really lengthy disclaimer. Let me tell you some other things that I noticed while I was working on this canvas. So I thought that the canvas material was really nice. I didn't run into any fraying. It's laying flat very nicely and is holding the drills really well. The glue is a really nice quality. It's poured glue. I haven't had problems with any of the diamonds falling off. Again, it's really, really sticky. I do want to note though, on the flip side of that though, there were a few different sections along the left-hand side, probably 100, 200 drills in total that I had to place, where it was like they hadn't quite poured the glue all the way to the edge. It was a few sections like here towards the bottom. Again, a couple hundred drills in total where there just was no glue. It wasn't that the glue had lost its stickiness, it's just that there was like nothing. Like the glue, you could almost see where it had been poured and just hadn't gotten all the way to the edge. So I did a combination of things depending on how big the area was. When I was feeling impatient and it was just a few spots, I would use clear nail polish to place the diamonds. My disclaimer, if you're going to do this though, is I strongly recommend that you can use the clear nail polish, like just paint a little layer of it. I only recommend doing a few spots at a time because it dries fast, at least in my experience. A few spots, immediately use tweezers to place some diamonds in those spots where you've, on those symbols where you've put a little bit of nail polish. But then seal it after. Like do a really thin layer of sealer. I like to use Minwax polyacrylic. I don't usually seal my diamond paintings, but I've had to experiment with it for other reasons with other projects. But I had it on hand and just did a really quick and thin layer just in those sections where I was lazy and just wanted to use nail polish to place diamonds. In larger sections, I like using a product called Dots Stick. It's from Diamond Dots. It works really well. Often you see companies that are not Diamond Dots will recommend that as an option for adding basically a poured glue effect to any areas that don't have poured glue. I think I've seen some crafters actually like use Dot Stick to convert like a whole double-sided adhesive canvas to poured glue. Mad props to you if you've done that. That is not something I don't think I'll be tackling anytime soon. Anyway, my point is that works as well for larger sections. So I'll try to remember to link to Dots Stick on like Amazon or something down below, but you can find it most places that like Diamond Dots products are sold, or some other like, crafting stores. So those are some options, just in case you find yourself running into areas of your kit that don't have glue. So, other things that I like to talk a lot about, the things I liked as far as rendering goes, I thought this artwork was adorable. I love that Oraloa has legally licensed all of their artwork, and what that means is that the artist for this piece both gave their permission for the use of this artwork and is being compensated for the use of this artwork by Oraloa. It's really, really important to me to support companies that are taking care of artists. So I really, really appreciate that. I will say that this kit shipped quickly, but I have to put an asterisk on that because it was sent to me for review. So I cannot with confidence say that will be the experience for everyone across the board. But I do recommend checking their website. I think that they have turnaround times and shipping times listed, so you can get a good sense for what to expect in that way. Honestly, I think that is really about it as far as the things that I loved and didn't love. Oh, I did also wonder, just in general, if some of Oraloa's canvases, this one included maybe, if it could have been a little bit smaller. I mean, this one wasn't like really massive compared to some that they have, but with this artwork, I think maybe it could have been a little bit smaller in each direction, just because I know a lot of us have started to feel a little bit burnt out on all of the really large canvases out there, and so it's nice to have some smaller ones to choose from. Again, this one was 85 by 56 centimeters, so pretty big. And I mean, I think you could really argue that if you put it any smaller, that you would lose crucial detail. So I don't really count that necessarily as like this was something that I didn't like. It's just kind of a general thought about Oraloa's canvases. But all in all, you guys, I thought that this kit was really adorable, and I did enjoy working on it. I'm going to pop up a picture, since I can't fit this all in frame easily here, I'm going to pop up a picture of the entire completed canvas so that you can see what it looks like. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful, you guys, and let you get a sense for not only what this kit would look like, what your experience might be like if you ordered this kit for yourself from the website. I'll link directly to the listing in case you're curious. While I was sent this kit for free, I am not an affiliate, so I don't have an affiliate discount code or anything like that. But they often do run sales, so I recommend signing up for their emails, and I think they have a Facebook group as well, so I'll link to that. That's a good way to stay up to date with sales that they may run, and I think that you can save a little bit on your purchase that way. You guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to help. And like I said, I hope that this was helpful. I enjoyed working on this kit. Thank you to Oraloa for sending it over for me to share with all of you guys. And I will definitely be taking a look and picking up any kits that happen to catch my eye as well. They have some really lovely artists that they work with. So anyway, you guys, if you're not already subscribed and want to see lots more diamond painting content from me, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. And of course, you can hit the bell to be notified when I share new videos if you like. All right, my friends, thanks again for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.